Welcome to an incomplete guide to personal growth. We invite you to take a breath and take a listen to our podcast that explores the wonder, humor, challenges, and sometimes those self-inflicted wounds on a journey of personal growth.
Our weekly podcast conversations include stories, resources, and tools that you can incorporate into your daily life. We're the mother-daughter duo of Sydney
And Kelly.
Hi, Mom.
Hey, Sydney.
You doing okay?
I am.
You went for a humid run this
Oh,
morning?
it's so humid out today. It's awful. It's just like, oh. But it was good to be out and sweat.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's good.
Yeah.
So, I thought of a question. What is one thing if you could be just like an expert in it? Without really having to try. Like, don't think about all of the work or schooling it would ever take to be an expert. Like, if you could just be an expert in something.
Expert at something.
Yeah.
It would be singing.
Really?
Yes.
That's cool.
It would. I grew up just standing in front of my mirror with a hairbrush.
That is so
Singing. Yeah, it would be singing.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know if I'd need a career of it, but I would love to be an expert at it and just sing.
Didn't know that. I was not expecting that answer. That was good.
I do. You know me. I sing and I just love. I probably sing more than anybody in this family, and I'm the least singer.
Yeah, that's probably true. Oh my gosh, that's funny.
Would. What about you?
So I think it would either be jazz. Ugh, if I could be a jazz pianist.
Pianist. Okay, a jazz pianist. Yeah.
Or something like totally niche, like, I don't know, black holes, or just something like like people... Like it's not useful.
Okay.
You know?
Huh.
Just something like not useful, but is like really cool to know about, or like birds.
Isn't that funny?
Just like you know, and because I just don't want to. But there's so many things, but I just don't want to spend the time
doing it. Oh, I would spend the time, but it wouldn't help. I could have all kind of vocal
coaches,
gosh, but it wouldn't do it. But I would, that would just be fun. And I don't mean being on Broadway necessarily. I just mean
singing. That's
just having this music come out of you.
Yeah. See, if I could just walk up to a piano and just play jazz, whatever I no, I mean, jazz, but like different. You know, I do go to piano.
Do you ever work on jazz pieces?
No, I don't work on my improv, and I don't work on my blues scales. It's like, it's just like, okay. I probably will not put the effort in for a long time, but I always think it's cool. Like, because as a pianist too, there's a little bit of pressure when you're like out places and people like, oh, you play piano?
Then you want,
it's like, no, I can't just sit there and play whatever pops into your head. That's not the way I am. But there are plenty of pianists that are.
Anthony.
Yeah. And I've seen them at like, they have pianists at different like karaoke events and stuff, and
they can do that.
Amazing.
But that's something that maybe 10 years from now, 20, when you have time, you can do it. It's never too late. Right.
Yeah.
I mean, because I didn't even start piano till I was 40.
Yeah, that's
true.
So
there you have it. Yes. Now, not that I play, but I do play.
Yeah. But anyway, that was
good
my question.
I like that.
I don't know why, but it came to my mind.
Very cool.
Learned something new about you.
Yeah.
Okay. So we have been talking about roots this month. And so before, so we talked about using roots like for ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
And like knowing how, like trying to focus on which way we need to grow, how we connect with them, and like why they're important. And what's that definition of root?
Well, it's the source.
The source.
The source of you, the origin, the source.
Yes. And so focusing on that. And then today we're going to focus on like how you can help others, right? Or
Well,
what you wanted to
kinda.
switch it up.
It's not like necessarily helping others with our roots, but how our roots affect the effect that they can have. Because I, I think as a parent, yes, you're helping establish roots,
Yeah.
but that's just one aspect. Now, if I'm grounded and rooted,
Yeah.
and I
How does that
encounter
help?
people, what does that do? And so it's kind of, they do help others,
Yeah.
but that's not the intention.
Okay.
We're grounding ourselves and then the effect that has on others, which is kind of what you have here to me.
Yeah. So then what? Okay. Let me see.
That's okay. How do they help others? That's right.
Yes.
Well-
And so what are maybe instances, because truly in my head, I'm like, well, I just think of parenthood, but like, what are other ways?
Okay. There is parenthood.
Yeah.
Yes. And so I was watching, what is it, Clarkson Farm?
Yes. Clarkson's Farm.
So that's my new,
Oh, it's so funny.
that's my new show to watch.
Check it out on Amazon. So good.
Yes. And so the one I watched last night, just happened to go into what we're talking about.
Oh,
to me,
is that whenever they had the
it's when they have the cows.
Oh, the cows.
And the cows keep knocking over
Hilarious.
the fence.
It is
Okay?
so funny.
Why do they keep knocking it over? Because the posts aren't strong enough and deep enough. And so you have to put them back up.
Yep.
Well, I was thinking about that on this humid run that I was on this morning. And it hit me is that's what, and I think I've mentioned in the past when we're with other people that are in some ways need something to lean up against at times.
Yeah.
Well, if my boundaries aren't strong enough, if my fence isn't strong enough,
Then you'll topple.
then they slowly topple it over. It may be all at once, it may be slowly. But if my roots, and this can be a tree or I'm using the fence post at this point, if I am grounded enough,
Yeah.
then when they come to lean against me, I can, depend upon the situation, because as a parent, you want to be there for your kids.
Yeah,
And you need to be sturdy enough that they can lean against you and you don't get toppled over.
Yep.
And knowing when, okay, you leaned against me, now let's help dig your own posts.
Yeah.
And you give them the resources for that. Let's help dig your own, grow your own roots.
Yeah.
And sometimes professionals need to help with that. There are teachers that help with. There's all kind of people they encounter that
can help
if
with
you
that,
happen to go to if there's a community, maybe you're a Girl Scout, Boy Scout, maybe you're at a church, whatever that is, they're helping those roots too.
Yeah.
But they're helping to establish who they are. Yeah. And I think about this. We've talked about boundaries. There's so many healthy ways, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Well, let's say that we've got this great rooted tree and it happens to be family, whatever it is. A friend and I'm thinking of college once you get out, or even when you're in high school, friends may come and go, oh, I really like that.
Yeah.
And they try to take your roots as theirs.
Yeah.
Well, they haven't established
Their own. Yeah.
And they may not have a great root system.
Yeah.
And so you don't want to if they take on yours, then they're not going to be sturdy.
Yeah, on their own.
They have to recognize
that makes sense.
Their roots aren't that great, and how am I going to develop mine? Because I don't want to live with. I don't want to be. I don't want my future to be what this family is.
So it's not like you are becoming some roots for others. It's like
you
are sturdy enough that other people, if they need a break or if they, it's like, I honestly think of the times when we've lost someone in the family, a couple times that's happened that, I guess 3, 4, but you just tend to be the one that goes and you just sit there.
Yeah.
And people want you there.
Right.
And you don't even do anything.
No, it's the presence of being there. It's
I hadn't
thought of that in that way. Yeah.
Roots, I think, that people know they don't have to try and hold themselves up around you.
Right.
Yeah. So that's what I think of sometimes, like.
Yeah. So I guess that's a way, right?
Yeah.
And I contemplated this about. So I'm thinking about roots and family tree, and I understand the tree and how valuable it is to show the family tree, the root.
But I started thinking that those branches go all different ways, but then we have so many oak trees. The acorn falls off and starts another tree. Doesn't mean, and it's still a part of that tree.
Yeah, because
that's where it came from, but you're starting your own. And you go, oh, these are the traditions I want.
Yeah.
But you don't throw away the other family tree, even if it's awful.
Yeah.
Even if there's trauma that you don't want to relive. Okay, but it came from there and it created who I am now. And I made choices to be different. So it's still a part of me.
Yeah. Okay, we're getting off track.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good. So how, say there's someone that, I don't know, could lost a job or whatever. And they're going through something hard.
A hard time.
You have your roots. You're going through an okay time. So like you can be sturdy at that time. Is there like, I just feel like there could be this blur of either like you're so supportive for this person that like you maybe start to get pushed over, or there's a line between like them becoming too dependent. I feel like that can be difficult to navigate.
I think it is. And that's where two things come in. Well, one thing I think of right off the bat is your own awareness. Because especially those that are very empathic, you know, you tend to take on that emotion. Well, gosh, then I'm depressed. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
When
there's nothing like,
how do I let that affect? Right. And so, you know, that's a boundary. That's a post I need to be aware of.
Yeah.
And then, you know, there's, I guess one of the things I learned way late was, when am I trying to rescue and fix?
Yeah.
And when it's, you know, you lost your job and that's hard.
Yeah.
And I can be here to listen. I can be here to do, maybe I suggest a few things or I don't know. So, you know, there's resources out there. What are you
Yeah.
But then going, okay, that's yours.
Yeah.
And what I've found, unfortunately, is the more I try to fix, the less it becomes mine.
Yeah.
And it hinders them from moving forward.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's the strong part, I think, to go, that's hard.
Because it's hard.
Now go do it.
Yeah. I mean, because it's hard to not go in there and try and, you know, be hands-on and like physically help.
Yes.
It's so hard not to do that.
Oh, yeah. You know, and I've got a mouth. And so, I mean, so recently, I mean, as you've been going through your divorce, it was like,
I know.
I want, you know, and it's like, you know, just tell you, well, do this, do that. Yeah, I would just, you know, and it was like that.
But that would not be helpful.
That would not, yes. So there's the boundary that you're really good at.
Yes, I'm pretty good at that boundary.
Getting that, yeah. And I think about that. And I think about, so that, you know, when there's been situations with Lauren, with Dad, anybody that I know, I'm sure I've tried to impart my wisdom. No. Remember that one time we were at a Chinese restaurant?
Yeah. Oh my God.
And I was telling Dad, it was after church and I went and I said, oh, go park
fortune cookie
here. You know, I was telling him where to park because I just know best, right? Yeah. And he was real annoyed with me. And so we walked into the restaurant and he said, so where should we sit? I just thought, I really pushed his button, didn't I? So we sat down, and then I got the fortune cookie at the end of the meal, and I opened it up, and it said,
"You're like valued for your
you are
wisdom.
generous with your advice." And we just started laughing. I said, "Honey, I was just being generous."
Oh, that was so
whenever
funny.
I step over the bounds,
all the time now.
Yes, sometimes I'm just too generous. And that's not good.
Yes. So I think it's like this. You know, like you can feel solid, but that doesn't mean that you need to be lending your roots to someone,
right?
You know?
Yeah.
And I feel like that sometimes is the tendency, like, well, I'm strong, like just be all, you know.
Don't we want to just lift everybody and carry everybody? Yeah.
But that's eventually that will wear you out.
It wears you down and it doesn't help them grow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that is so...
It is hard. It is. And it's one of those reminders you have to keep going.
Someone that tends to be a fixer.
And it may feel really cruel.
Yeah. That's the thing
cold,
too, is it's like, well, aren't we called to help people and be kind of, it's like, but is that
helping and fixing is very different.
It is.
You know, being with somebody and walking beside them is very different than doing everything for them, because then they don't learn how to do it themselves and they don't grow those.
Yeah. I know, and it can feel, and I think sometimes the other person can take it as being mean too, but
it is. Oh, they'll get mad at you.
Yeah.
They can't. I mean, they can get angry, and that's okay, because eventually.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a natural reaction.
Yeah. What are, like, sometimes you feel like you've done either a good or a bad job of helping, or both?
Both. Early on with Lauren, I think I did a bad job.
Yeah.
And I'm not beating myself up. No. I don't have regrets. I didn't know what I didn't know.
Right.
And so I had never been around somebody with depression. So I'm like trying to get you happy, help you out. And that didn't do any good.
Yeah.
And I kind of rescue situations, and that can go for, I'll clean your room. I mean, that's even not with dealing with depression.
No,
this
other
is like,
stuff.
as
Life
a parent,
stuff.
Just taking over and doing stuff.
Yes.
Versus
I know. I'm like, already I'm like, man, I need to really get Charles to put his socks on by himself.
I mean, it's
I'm like,
things.
I could just do it.
It's faster when you do it yourself. So, I mean, those are times. I do feel like I've gotten better at that. And just being able to be in silence with people.
Yeah, you're good at that.
And just being present and listening. And then...
You don't always have to contribute something.
No. And I think sometimes part of what helps is when somebody's, I don't know, sharing, not to say, they share their pain, then you say yours. But sometimes if you share yours first...
it can open them.
Yeah, because it goes, just because you have strong roots doesn't mean life is perfect, or that you haven't suffered, or you don't go through things and you still, we're just human, and sharing our humanity, I think helps.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's good.
The imperfections, people go, not our family, but other, you look, they're so picture perfect. Nobody's picture perfect. Yeah. Only in cropped photos, and then the rest, there's just, we were on a cruise. Did I share this? We were on a cruise recently, right?
Yeah.
And this family was there that we met from Australia. Yes. Lovely family.
Yeah.
And they had adult kids, and they were having one last hurrah before everybody was going their separate ways, moving different cities. And it was just beautiful. I watched them, and I had it just made my day, my week, really, just watching it all. Yeah. And we got to talking and visiting. They've been through rough times.
Yeah.
All kinds of things.
Of stuff,
early divorce from one,
kids going through stuff, right?
Kids going through stuff. And this is a moment you remember. So you have those rough times. If you hadn't seen it, if you didn't talk to them, you wouldn't know this background. Yeah. And that's what makes it even more beautiful. So it's like sharing that.
Yeah.
Just kind of going, you have strong roots because you went through stuff and you kept gardening and working on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Instead of going, this is too hard.
And that can help someone else think, well, I can still grow.
You go through stuff, and you don't just chop the tree.
And I think, I don't know if I've had much opportunity at this point in my life to be like roots for other people. But I mean, I think like, I agree. I think just like being there to listen is better. And that's like one boundary that I'm in, like one way to help myself be stronger is to like have that boundary of like, I don't have to go in and fix things. I can let somebody else figure it out, but still be someone that they can come to, it's like this balance of support versus fixing. And like, I feel like my friends that I have, like we have a pretty good balance with each other for that. Like, I don't think we've ever tried to like fix anything in each other's lives, but we've just been there. And so I think taking on more of that role is like way better. Yeah.
I think, you've got a good group. That do just support,
Yeah.
And I think what you've been through last year and a half, 2 years, really.
Yeah.
those are roots that you can't see right now.
Yeah, that's probably true too.
I mean, a lot of roots we don't see until later.
Still later, yeah.
Oh.
I'm trying to think of, do you have any resources or anything?
I'll have to look. I mean, a lot of resources don't have to do quote with roots, but that self-growth boundaries that we've talked about. And I may I'll post some things that I found, but it's, it's so much about awareness of yourself.
Yeah. And I feel like something everybody can take away is just, you can be there for someone and just be. It's probably honestly better if you don't try and jump in with solutions. Yeah. It's like the way people grow roots is by figuring things out for themselves and continue to do that internal reflection, but being somebody that they can just bounce ideas off, being somebody that can just, like, if they're not feeling it that day, that they don't have to put on a face with. There's, it's like just giving them that space would be probably enough to, like, allow them to flourish more.
Exactly. Yeah. Exact time and space. And I think the most underrated thing of all is presence. Just presence. Yeah. Giving them time, giving them space. And just, allowing that. Yeah. Because when we jump in, I mean, how many people, when you're going through something, they give you advice, you go, but you really don't know at all. And personality differs. And, what works for one doesn't work for another. Yep. In any situation. We all grieve differently. We all do, but being there and just allowing.
And just being and knowing there's not like another, some ulterior motive or another pretense behind it. Or, it's like you're just there.
Just here.
Yep. I think it's definitely underrated. And I think then, that gives the space for them to make their own roots. Yeah. And then, while knowing there's something to kind of lean on. Yeah.
Yeah. And that they're not alone.
Yeah. That too. Yeah. Man, that was good.
So next week we wrap up.
Yes, we'll wrap up something on
roots.
Okay. Yep, to finish out our August.
Excellent.
And as we keep going, if you guys have like experiences you want us to try, or if you have ideas or topics or books or people you want us to talk to, any of that sort of stuff to suggest, we'd love to hear it.
Yeah, so we look forward to next week when we take a breath and take a listen.
Thank you for listening to this week's episode of An Incomplete Guide to Personal Growth. There are many ways you can stay connected. Follow us on Instagram at An Incomplete Guide Podcast, where you can sign up for our email list and get posts that delve deeper into our weekly topics. Make sure to subscribe to our podcast page wherever you listen to your podcasts. We would really appreciate a rating and sharing us with your family and friends.
We're so glad you chose to spend your time with us and hope there was a thought, a resource, or a laugh that you can take on your journey. We'll be here every Tuesday for you to take a breath and take a listen.